Hello, everyone. We are going to begin week 4, monitoring and assessing students' progress. This week, you're going to be creating assessments, including student self-assessments, pre-assessments, formative assessments, summative, and academic language assessments. You will understand the purpose, timing, and data of each type of assessment that will be used in the classroom, and you're going to complete a partial lesson plan on the elements of assessment, pre-assessment, formative, and summative. Your assignments this week are to read Chapter 6 in our text, Interdisciplinary Instruction, which begins on Chapter 6 begins on page 149 and goes through 164. Chapter 6 is Assessment Planning, Authentic and Traditional Strategies. Now, this chapter reviews aspects of assessment that are useful for assessing and evaluating lessons, activities, interdisciplinary units, multidisciplinary units, lessons, and activities. The focus of Chapter 6 is on the following questions. What is the difference between assessment and evaluation? And how are both useful when planning lessons and interdisciplinary or multidisciplinary instructional units? So have you ever thought about the difference between assessment and evaluation? Because there is. What are authentic assessment techniques and their place in the interdisciplinary instruction? How are rubrics designed for interdisciplinary instruction? How can examinations be useful in the overall evaluation process in interdisciplinary instruction? And how can teachers prepare valid and reliable test items? There's also some readings and websites to visit. This one is on teacher-designed assessments, strategies helping students motivate themselves. This takes you to the ODE website on formative instructional practices beyond the basics. Sometimes formative instructional practices, they refer to that as FIP, which you'll see in the next link. "4.1 Forum. What is the difference between self-assessment, formative, and summative assessment? Choose one type of each and explain how you would use it in your classroom." Your initial post is due Wednesday. Your peer response is due Saturday. 4.2 is to complete the lesson plan portions on assessment. And if we look at our lesson plan, so there's 2 points per section, a total of 6 points. So you have your pre-assessment description, the skill, goal, or learning outcomes to be measured by this assessment, this pre-assessment, and feedback, how data will be used for future planning. Formative assessment, 2 points per section, 10 total. Again, you're describing the formative assessment. What are the learning outcomes to be measured? Why are you using this assessment? Feedback, how data will be used in future planning. And your summative assessment, your description, learning outcomes to be measured, why are you using this assessment, feedback, and how data will be used in future planning. If last week you did not fill in the technology rationale for this grade 3 lesson, please do that. If you have questions, please ask me. Sorry, guys. Please make sure you're looking at the discussion forum rubric, and we've already gone over 4.1 and 4.2. If you have questions, please ask me.